Hola, YouTube, what's going on? We are today Wednesday, February 19, 2020. I enjoyed the little setup that we had going on. So I decided that for now we are going to use whatever I feel makes me a lot more comfortable to film so that we can push some of these videos out for you guys. I love the living room because I love the curtain. Usually it depends. It's not my favorite place to be. Very rarely do am I on the living room because sometimes I don't like the curtains that they use, but these curtains are white and very like springy, so I enjoyed. So we'll film here and we'll film outside here and there. Today I wanted to come with you and actually, I wanted to talk about money to be made. I don't have any notes, guys, and this comes from a post that I saw that someone who lives in Haiti made regarding money that that person lost. In the year 2019, that person um, invested in a business and suffered major loss for an investment, which is understandable because you guys saw the type of year that Haiti had starting really in 2018, 2017, 2018. So I'm not, this is why it's so important to have an inkling of understanding of entering a market. Like, when do you enter a market? How do you proceed? Like, that's the last thing that you want to do is to suffer losses after loss. Because sometimes, especially if it's your first time going into business, and you enter and you start and you suffer a lot of loss, and it's kind of like it takes away your joy to start back. It takes away your ability to bring investors into you because that's your first time starting something and you made a loss. Now, this is really not to boost myself up and say, oh, I'm this. No, because a lot of the work that I've done in the past in Haiti, as well as in the United States, have been very on the small scale, really. However, they have always been extremely successful. I have yet to make, knock on wood, let me knock on wood. I have yet to make any type of loss in business. I've never done that. Why? Because I think it's not so much that I'm cautious, but it's so much that I have a very great and good understanding of the certain aspect of business. It's so funny that I love to say to people, I'm not a businesswoman, like really, but really I am, because being a businesswoman is your ability to turn anything into profit, even if that profit in your mind is very minimum. So that person, I woke up this morning and I was still in bed stretching myself. I woke up pretty early though, and I prayed. I usually pray in my bed, and then I took my phone. The phone is usually laying next to me, and I said, oh, let's just scroll down. And I was scrolling down on Instagram and I saw the Insta story, and in the Insta story that person was speaking of, first of all, that I don't want to talk too much because I don't want that person to figure out like I was watching their Insta story. Although it's like I don't think like they would care. But basically, it made me like, okay, watching her story made me understand how I'm so on point with the things that I do and with directing people. Because the first thing, that person invested in a part of Haiti that personally, when people write to me, unless you already have a contact in certain parts of Haiti, I do not direct people in these parts of Haiti. Why? Because they are already too hot, in my opinion. Any place that I feel like if you don't have the right backup, that I find that directing you there might cost you a lot more than bringing to you, I'm not gonna direct you there. If this is a place that you feel like, well, this is where I really want to, this is where I have family, this is where the consultation still comes, this is what you want. But personally, like I said to people, when you trust me to run a consultation for your business, you trust my opinion, you trust my insight. So you may think something and you may see something in one way. So it may just be that maybe you have personal lens. Maybe you already have certain things and you say, okay, this is what I have going on. This is what I have going on. This is what I feel like is going to be the best bet. Right? So I'm reading your stuff, but automatically in my mind, I'm looking at everything that can go wrong for you to go in that particular area that you find that you want to, that you want to invest. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is redirect you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to redirect you. It's going to be like, you're going to be like, okay, I didn't see that come in. But this is where the trust between us comes. This is where that trust comes. This is where you trust in my good judgment, right? To direct you so that you don't make a faux pas, right? So when that person made this clip this morning and she was talking about, the fact that she made a lot of loss, right? I said to myself, now I wonder who was the investor behind, her business idea. Because as investors, I don't know, because I've never really had, well, I don't want to say I've never really had big investors. I've had people invest in me and not really direct me because they felt like, as a matter of fact, they just felt like I knew more than they would, But if you're doing something, and let's say that a partner investors, right? And I'm telling you, okay, let's come to Haiti and let's open a business in Haiti. I feel like there needs to be a degree of knowledge between us, right? It's such like there is this one person, hey, she knows who she is. I've been talking to her for a long time. Super bright, super crazy. I don't want to mention her name just yet because there's like other stuff coming up now. You get to see who she is. A lot of you know her because she also has like a YouTube channel. And I'm looking at her sideways and I'm saying to myself, what you doing over there? Why don't you come join me in Haiti? She's not yet there. She's looking at what could go wrong, but she's not looking at the fact that who's asking you to come? I am asking you to come. Look at the progress. Do I know what I'm talking about? Do I live in this country? Do you feel like, you have a level of trust into me? But anywho, so it was me watching this this clip, and I said to myself, it would be really interesting to come and speak to some people regarding money to be made in this country. But the problem is that you need to understand that everything for now in this country is behind the scenes. Someone 2 years ago submitted a request to me very arrogantly. Usually when I get these arrogant people, I just laugh. If I feel like it, I answer. If I don't, I don't answer. Now, because I run a business, I want to be a little polite. So when people write to me, I try to be very polite in my answers. But that person wrote to me in 2017, I believe, or 18, and he wanted me to give him specifically a government contact. So that person, probably a man, yeah, he was a man. I don't know if I have great rapport with men, so I don't like to bash men because I really have a lot of male clients. A lot of you who watch my videos are a lot male, so I have a great relationship with men. I feel like they really respect me. But here and there, you get these people. They might feel like I'm a woman. I don't know. They might feel like I'm too young. I don't know. Okay. But this dude, that man, he wanted specifically for me to give him a contact within the government. It's funny. I should have given him some contact because it's like, some people are funny. It's like, like, you asking me to give you a government contact? Like, he was like, no, no. He was so rude. Like, no, no, no. I just want you to give me the name of someone who works there because this is what we're doing. The first thing is like when I read the email, I was like, Kimunsa. Eh. But then I read it again and I said, okay, it's one of those. So I had to first. I cannot give you any governmental contract. Like, who am I gonna give you? Like, no. And plus, I'm thinking to myself, you are an American. You don't talk the language. Like, what? Stop, stop. So you find people like that. You find people who are thinking to themselves that they can come to Haiti and have governmental contract. But you have to realize that even people who live in the Haiti, when it comes to governmental contract and when it comes to people who works within the Haitian government, you don't even know these people. The reality is you really don't. It's very secretive, believe it or not. Not only is it very secretive, the way that these things work is that they put on whoever they feel like they want to put on. And a lot of governmental contracts are already signed dans les coulisses, like between the walls. So these contracts never see the daylight of outside. That's the reality. Governmental contract in Haiti, this is so beautiful, isn't it? My oldest sister made it for me. I love it. It's so peaceful. Like, I feel so peaceful. Anyways, yeah, so governmental contract really never see the daylight in a country like Haiti, because it's kind of like they are supposed to be out. They really are. They're supposed to be out for any and everyone to know. The Haitian government doesn't even have a website. So they're supposed to be out for every, what are we in? 12 minutes. Yeah, they're supposed to be out for anyone to know, to bid, to put their name, but they're not. These governmental contracts are not out. Why? Because a lot of times it's the same people who want to have these same contracts. I hope it's going to change. I doubt. So when you write, to someone and you say things like, oh, I need to know these things, like, you really sound really a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You really do. But anyways, so these are the things that when I say money to be made in a country like Haiti, you gotta know the ins and out. It's kind of like, when I went to see my friend and I was visiting him and his wife, and we sat there and we were having a conversation, all three of us, and we're all around the same age. And I remember his wife was saying something like to the effect that you know, I think she was saying something to the effect that, if someone wanted to do this and that, it would be nearly impossible because you can't do these things in Haiti. And then my friend said, her husband, he said, no, 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 don't say that. Because the reality is that you need to know the indoors in order for you to know how to move. That's really the truth about money to be made in Haiti. It's I hope, I really hope, because I hope that it will change, but it's not going to change now, right? It's just not. So when you have money, many people have money, but it's not a matter of having the money, because you can have the money and you don't know, people are not giving you any space to move and establish yourself. Why? Because they may feel threatened. They may know that if you come, you're going to shut things down. So instead of giving you that opportunity to come here and establish yourself, they're putting all this crazy stuff out there to make you feel like you cannot and you should not come to a country like Haiti and invest, and you should not come to a country like Haiti and want to establish yourself. So really, this is really what I really wanted to bring out. This was really because I saw, like I said to you before, I saw that person's clip who was talking about money that they lost. Well, anyone at this point, I've always said to you, anything that you do, you need the proper you need the proper preparation, right? Your preparation has to meet now the opportunities, right? Because if the opportunity present itself and you're not prepared, you're losing that. But then you also need to prepare and to have the right opportunity. That's the other word. Not all opportunities are good opportunities, and you have to know when to enter. You got to know how to strategize yourself. um, when I do my consultation, and when I've done the consultation, am I saying to people to come to Haiti at this point? No, no. I've said this in many of my videos. These are not years for you to push anything out right then and there, depending on who you are. Depending on who you are, depending on your business. If you're someone who's been in business for a long time, if you're someone who has that leverage, then it's time for you to establish yourself, okay. But even with that, there's so much that we need to take into consideration. We need to analyze your competitors. We talked about that before. I'm not going to tell you to come to this country and just because you have the leverage, you got the money and everything, but we have not analyzed who the goddamn your goddamn competitors. Next thing you know, I have you open a business and then these people are at your throat because you came to shut things down. No, we have to do everything properly. So, anyone, and I find that, that person also did not invest in Port-au-Prince. So maybe they were under the impression that things, no, when you are, countries like Haiti are countries that are sadly subject to a lot of political turmoil. So when we're talking about business is going to suffer if your political is not stable. And I said to you before, I do not believe that Haiti will have any type of stability politics, not until after 2021. And even then, we are entering elections. So that's going to be tough. But guess what? You still need to prepare yourself to enter these territories. That's what I'm saying to people, that you need to enter. Now, you can't tell me that 2018, 2019, you are opening a business in a country that is, has, it's like, you know it's going to be hard for you to get clientele because you got people leaving this country, you got businesses shutting down, you got so much going on. So it's not the proper time for you to open a new business. It's really not. It's not. So with that being said, I think I'm going to conclude. I don't want to make the videos too long. I'm going to conclude the videos right now. And I did want to talk about something else. I wanted to talk about creative, like how to work as a creator. I think that's very important. It comes from the other videos that I made for you before, and I kind of wanted to talk about that. Now, I do apologize if these videos are not straight to the point. I have not written anything, forgive me. I'm not really in the mood. I just want to make sure that the channel stays up to date here and there, so I'm coming with these videos. They are on top of my mind, so it may just be one thing that triggers something, and I might just feel like I'm coming here to just kind of like enlighten you guys. But I am not yet in the mood to straight focus. It's gonna come in March. Be patient with me. All right, guys, stay tuned for the next topic discussion that I really wanted to talk about, which is going to be in regard of working as a creator. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye.